Hello, Cancer. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship. This could have been in the past. Could also be a current relationship. For others of you, this could be a situationship or someone that you've met. And you know there's a whole lot of energy there, but no one's really speaking up. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have. And I have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. Oh, somebody's very grumpy, very angry. Challenging. Cancer, what is going on? My goodness. Now, I am channeling what it is that your person of interest is feeling, whatever they're going through. What we have here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards that are extremely challenging. Dark and dreary, kind of like gray clouds. That's the energy that I feel. Now, this is your person of interest, but because of the intensity of these cards, it could also be that you may be going through this as well. You might also be feeling like this. We have here a relationship followed by order. After that, we have illness, wellness, illusion, abundance, justice, anger, and rage, challenge, sensuality, and under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have feelings and emotions. All right, I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Cancer, the connection that I have with you, I feel that I want it to be more than what it was before. I want to have a relationship with you, long-lasting, long-term. Many moons, many nights have gone by, and I've stayed awake, lying awake in bed, just staring at the stars, staring at the ceiling, thinking about you, wondering what it would be like to be in a connection with you. I see how others are with you, and I like what I see. I want to be there too. But so much has happened that I am very confused. I do not know which way to go, forwards, backwards, left, or right. I'm surrounded by thick fog, which also shows me that I need time to make this decision, because if I rush, I might just make a mistake. I know I will make a mistake. The problem I am going through right now, I doubt you'd be able to even understand. There's too much. that I have gone through. And there is a whole lot of confusion. I feel that there's a lack of clarity. There's a lack of honesty in this connection. I know I have not been that honest. But I want more understanding and more clarity. And once this information comes to me, once I understand more, things will start to make sense. And the air around me will be clear. And that's when I'll be able to see the right path and make the right choice and decision. For now, I am being held down emotionally. The past haunts me. There are certain things in my life that I have not shared with you. Secrets that I've kept to myself because I just don't want to share them. I feel that maybe you will judge me. And so I don't share. I keep it inside. But there are other factors, other people, issues, responsibilities, restrictions, and constraints that prevent me from being with you the way that I would like to be. There is prevention. I don't know what to do, and I don't know how to move on. But I do know that in this connection, there are certain things that I want to tell you. But I feel hopeless. I feel devastated. And there's a sense of despair and depression. And so I keep my distance from you because I feel embarrassed. I feel unworthy and worthless because of the things that I have said and done. And for all the things that I never said that I should have. For all the things I never did that I should have done. I hide behind a false mask. I hide behind a veil. Not telling you the truth and simply hiding everything from you. I know that money has often been on my mind. Sometimes I'm okay with it, and sometimes there's a struggle. All I want to have is a sense of security. I also want to be that person that can give to you what it is that you deserve. I want to be there for you. And I want to make things right. I don't want to just be the one who's always using you. I feel that it's time for me to make that change where you and I finally have an equal give and take, where things are justified and not so unequal. And because of this, because of me not being fair, always having it my way, always being selfish, I am angry. I'm not angry at you. No, I'm angry at myself for letting it get this far, for letting myself get so far. I am angry, agitated, irritated with the situation and with the things that I have said and done. And this is why moving forward for me is such a challenge. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do this. A part of me does feel that this is very challenging. And a part of me feels that this is now a problem to which a solution cannot be found. This is now a riddle in my life that just can't be solved. In you, I have found someone who is very, very sensual. You are very sexy. And no doubt, I do fantasize about you. And I want to be with you intimately. There are certain things about you that's just so tantalizing, so alluring, so tempting. But I must keep my distance. And even keeping my distance from you is such a challenge. Overall, time has taught me that my heart hurts when you're not around. Time has now shown me that I actually have feelings and emotions for you. And I never knew that they were this deep before. But I see now that you are the one person who provides me with nourishment. You provide me with the love that I need to fill that void, and you also guide me home. You are the light. There's a fragrance about you. And when I close my eyes, I think of you. Even though a part of this connection may seem dangerous and deadly, extremely tempting to the point where it is dangerous. Forgiveness is important here. But all I know right now is that you have my heart. And I miss you. And until I make sense of things, I feel I have to keep my distance. Cancer. Wow. That was very, very romantic, for sure. This person's very romantic. But there have been challenges in this connection between the both of you. What I'm seeing here is that you really wanted this person to open up. You really wanted them to talk to you much more than they usually do. They didn't, though. Part of the reason is there's certain things that they want to keep from you simply because they don't think it's important. It's funny how some people have their own opinions, right? They think that if I don't say this, it doesn't matter. But the truth is, sometimes there's certain things that we need to know, Crosswatcher. There's certain things that we need to know about you, because that gives us a better understanding as to who you are now. Things that have happened to you in the past have built up over time, and now your personality is as such, as are we, Cancer, right? Things that we go through make us who we are, and there's sometimes certain things that are important to share, to talk about. Certain things are triggers, right? We don't even know when we trigger someone, and they may go poof, they ghost us. It happens. So communicate. It's very important to communicate. All right, let's have a look. I have here the Lover's Path Tarot. So with this deck, what I like to do is I go a little bit into the past to see what happened in this connection in the first place. You have an extra card popping up here. So let's see. Okay. Ooh. Awakening. So you have the Prince of Cups and you have Awakening. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, you have here Four of Coins. Remember, you did have the Abundance card earlier, and that talks about money and abundance, wealth, stability, prosperity, materialistic gain. Here, we're going to have a look at the reverse. So the first set of cards, for those of you who are new, that is the current status of your person of interest. These cards I like to read a little bit into the past. So things were going great. You thought everything was fine, but then all of a sudden something happened. And it just all kind of went downhill, and your person of interest, they stopped communicating with you. This person could have ghosted you. They could have faded over time. They may have just simply abandoned you. And also I'm looking at those of you that didn't get that closure. So why is it that this person didn't do that? What happened in their life during that time that caused the problem? What was it that they were not telling you? And it's interesting here, typically I take out one card, but another one actually came out. So these I do read in the reverse. So we have here the Prince of Cups, and then we have Awakening. I'll start with the Prince of Cups. The Prince of Cups, it talks about how you're dealing with an individual that seemed to have had grace and talent, but it talks about here the need to be more receptive to beauty, to love and to harmony, overindulgence in fantasies. This represents a young individual that has masculine energy who represents the forces of love, beauty, and emotional richness, and had the ability to inspire, but they were not expressing that much love. They were not appreciating beauty, and they did not have emotional richness. This person felt at some point in time that there was a lack of inspiration. They could not feel pleasure. Here, it also talks about overindulging in fantasy. So this is someone who has, they talk a lot, but they don't really have a lot of action. So that's a problem, okay? They weren't taking much action, but they were just like talking. And of course, if you want to, be in a healthy relationship, it's all about action. We also have here Awakening. Awakening. A lack of creativity, not really wanting success, a lack of fertility, and being very pessimistic. So here it talks about an unwillingness to accept affection that you may have been giving them, problems with dependents, children, or family, creatively blocking and being blocked by internal and external forces, the refusal to grow. Here, on a positive note, it talks about emotional awakening, an expansive, life-affirming energy that brings opportunities and optimism, love and sexuality, creativity and procreation, relationships with children. Now, think of the opposite of all of that. A lack of emotional awakening, not having a feeling of expansion or life-affirming energy, not taking any opportunities because one is feeling very pessimistic, not appreciating and realizing love and sexuality, having problems with procreation, creativity, having problems with relationships, even with children, an unwillingness to accept the affection that you were giving them, creatively blocked by their own internal problems and external, meaning other people or other circumstances that they are stuck in, and they had a refusal. They're refusing to grow, refusing to learn more. Why? They were refusing because this person was a prince. They're not even a queen or a king. They were just a prince. So this is very much like a page or a knight, somebody who is very immature, right? They're immature or inexperienced. Wow, that's a mouthful. A lot going on there. Now, let's have a look at the Four of Coins. The Four of Coins talks about a lack of wealth, a lack of security, and no inheritance. Being miserly with wealth, with talents, conversely being an overly generous spendthrift. The need to conserve and protect resources. So I definitely see here someone who did not have stability in the material forces in one's life. So materialistically, this person was not and is not really good with money. Remember, you had abundance. I think you had justice. And I think right after that, you had anger. I think that's what it was. But with the abundance card, you had justice, wanting to make things right about the money, right? And then being angry about not being able to make it right regarding what? About money. So there's something definitely going on here for some of you, not everybody. Okay, this is a general love reading for thousands, thousands of people out there, okay? So it's not going to resonate with everybody, right? But for some of you, definitely there were some money problems here, and your person of interest was not really, like, they were living in fantasy land. They would talk and they wouldn't really do things to, make it come true, right? They're not taking that action that's required. So, bottom line, you were dealing with somebody who needed to grow up. Grow up. You don't grow up, you lose out on opportunities. You're not taking opportunities. Crosswatcher, you had a great opportunity here. And if you don't recognize it, you will lose that good person. It's hard to find good people. It really is, especially these days. All right. Let's have a look. We have here the Beginner's Tarot. There you have it. All right. Ace of Swords. So these are cards that I'd like to have a look at. Any type of action plan or intention your person of interest may have towards you in the coming days. Okay. Interesting. Very restricted. This person has a lot of restrictions. Look at that. And they're very overwhelmed. And they're a fool. So you do have a peekaboo card. This is the Three of Swords, sadness, a lot of regret, very sad. Okay. Interesting. You have these are challenging. Honestly, Ace of Swords, Fool are still it still gives me a bit of that positive vibe. The rest are still positive. It's just a bunch of challenges that this person has going on in their life. We have here the Ace of Swords. So with the Ace of Swords, your person of interest wants to cut to the heart of the matter. They want to talk about the truth. This talks about resilience, but also having that brilliance in one's mind, the way they are thinking clearly now. However, it also talks about being very critical. Picky. I'm seeing the word picky, nitpicky. This person has a tendency of judging others. I'm getting that in my mind, and not in my eye, but in my mind I'm hearing that. They are very critical of themselves, but also of others. And sometimes they tend to judge individuals like that. There's an issue here. You remember where it said, I forgot which card it was, but it did say internal and external forces that prevent. I think it was the Prince of Cups. I think that's the one that we had, I think. So the Prince of Cups one, either that one or the other card that we had, which was, I think, Awakening. It talked about internal and external forces, right? So here we do have external forces that are preventing this person from being with you the way that you would like them to. Also, you did have, I believe in the beginning, you did have the illness and wellness card, I think. That card also talks to me about how there may be internal and external forces that are kind of taking over what this person wants to do. They have a choice. They want to build something with you. They want to move further along in this connection with you, but there are external forces. Yes, you did have this one. This is the one, is illness, wellness. There are external forces that are bringing this person down. So even if they want to reach to the top, something else is grabbing hold of them and bringing them down. Here we have the Eight of Swords. Your person of interest here can't see anything. They are being forced not to see, not to hear. They can't move anywhere. Their arms, legs, hands, feet are tied. They are surrounded by swords, caged. They feel caged. This person has someone watching them far in the distance like a hawk. This person does not have a lot of freedom. Two reasons why. Either it's for their own good, or they're just in a third-party situation here with you, because there could be 3 people involved here or 4 people involved. This could be societal, maybe, Your family, their families, they just kind of clash. Your religion, your background, your ethnic background, everything's a bit different. Maybe that's the reason why. Externally, this is other people causing this problem, okay? But there's also the other reason why we have here, maybe, the Three of Swords. Some of you are in a third-party situation. And that just doesn't go well with this situation, right? This is restriction, being with a spouse, being with someone else who may have an issue at home, of course. And, why would the partner or spouse not be angry if someone's cheating on them, right? But I do see that here. I do see those two kind of categories. This is something, Cancer, that is beyond your control. You don't really have any control over this, I'm sorry. This is this person and their life and everything that's going on around them now. Not only that, but they are very, very overwhelmed with the 10 of Wands here. They feel bogged down and weighed down with a lot of responsibilities, burdens, and demands, and certain things that they have taken on that they can no longer handle. It's just too much. They've taken on more than they can chew, more than they can digest. It's too much. And because of that, they have this hesitation for reaching out to you the way that you would really like them to. A part of them, here we have the Fool card, desires. I don't see this being his action right now. Typically I would, but right now I don't. This person does want to reach out to you. They want to take a leap of faith and be with you. The problem is this is a fool. The action here is like a fool, taking action first and thinking later. If that's the case, if they were to rush into your life, this may finish as soon as it had started. Now, keep in mind, you are dealing with somebody who is youthful, young, inexperienced, not wise. Does that remind you of the Prince of Cups, right? Somebody who's very youthful, doing things just for the sake of doing it, just because it feels good, right? But it's not very promising. So, sure, if this person does reach out to you, my recommendation, Cancer, take it slow with this person. Do not rush. Because they need to transform from this prince to a queen, to a king, or even an emperor or an empress, anything, right? But not the fool, right? And not the prince, or even the princess. So here we have someone who is immature. They may be inexperienced. They may just, lack that wisdom. But I do see that they're doing this because it's a part of their personality right now. They just have not matured. And they keep a lot of things to themselves. They think it's the right thing to do, to stay secretive, stay mysterious. Sometimes having too much mystery, it's irritating because you really do want to get to know the person. Mystery is good until things kind of get weird. Because you do need to know the person. And some people tend to hide a lot. But then that also becomes a hindrance in the connection because there's a lack of communication. All right, guys. Here we have the Two of Swords. Oh, no. Let's go down here. Three of Swords. Isn't that interesting? Ace of Swords, 2, 3 of Swords. So we have here the Three of Swords. This does talk about absolute heartbreak and heartache. This person definitely is going through some pain. Deep down inside, they do feel grief. They don't like what's happened. And they miss you. They miss you because they feel a separation. There's a separation here between the both of you. And there's grief and sorrow. I'm seeing melancholy too. I'm seeing these words. Grief, sorrow, and melancholy. This is inside of their heart. This is what they're feeling right now. We also have... well, not right now, but in the coming future. We have here also Two of Swords. So there's a part of them, this is the overall arching theme. So there's a part of them actually feels that, they want to do more. They want to move forward, but they have crossed their heart with these two swords. They don't want anything to come in, nothing to go out, and that's it. They don't want to have anything to do with this, but what they want is not to see and not to hear anything. They just want peace and quiet, truce, a resolution. However, they don't want to engage in something that they feel uncomfortable with. This is what they're feeling right now. They are uncomfortable, and that's why they don't even want to deal with it. Out of sight, out of mind. That's what I'm seeing here. Out of sight, out of mind. However, that can only last for so long, right? Because remember, your person of interest right now is missing you because you did have the feelings and emotions card. That is a huge card to have. All right, let's have a look what the angels have to say about this. Oops. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right, these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. First card's the strongest. We have here improving health. Some of you have not been feeling so well. And it's because of this connection, because it's so darn draining. You thought you got into this connection. You thought you got into this situation thinking that you can build a future together. However, it's almost as if you're taking care of someone who's younger than you. You have to be the one who's leading. You have to be the one who's initiating. You have to be the one who's planning. Reliable? They're not reliable. Persistent. Sometimes you've had to be the person who's very persistent, but I'm also seeing here that they've been persistent, not for the right things though, for the wrong things. All right, let's have a look here. Improving health, abundance. Meditation brings answers. Ask for help from others. Within the next few weeks or months, perfect timing, you are ready. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme we have here, look for a sign. Okay. So, interesting. Improving health. Some of you have gone through a few things in this connection, and it's been very draining. Of course, if that's the case, please do take a step back and start focusing on yourself. I will talk about this card in just a moment. I have a package that can help you with that. Now, here it also talks about abundance, finally. There's going to be a little bit of abundance, or maybe a lot more, that's going to come through. This is really good. If there's any type of, for some of you, it could be money, because money was a theme here. We had 2 cards earlier, and now this is a third, right? So you do have abundance coming up. So there's something happening here in the future. I definitely see something good that is going to occur. Since this is a love reading, it could be that there's going to be more abundance within that sort of field of energy, love, right? But it could also be actual abundance, money, wealth, prosperity, right? Investments, assets, working together, building a future together. All of you guys are in different scenarios. You all have different sort of phases and stages that you're in, right? So it's not going to resonate for everybody, but the general thing here is that there is something good that's going to happen. Some of you, it's going to be monetary wise, and the other, it can be relationship wise. So it's a win-win, okay? It's positive. It's really nice. We also have here meditation brings answers. Sometimes this card comes up, I've noticed, when we have taken a step back and we're just so busy with life that we are not focusing on our soul and our spirit. So please do take time out to meditate. Angel Fakiel, you can read a little better on my homepage on my website. Angel Fakiel has told me 21 minutes minimum for meditation. If you don't have time, 21 minutes. And if you're in a rush, 2 to 3 minutes for a prayer. The thing is, you have to mean it, you have to know it, you have to feel it, okay? And once you have that, you will be resonating on a different frequency, and you can have that upload, download. It's a very, the stronger your prayer and your meditation is, it's like a strong Wi-Fi connection. That's how it works. It's like a Wi-Fi connection. The stronger the connection, the faster and the stronger the download and the upload. Okay? We also have here ask for help from others. So, some of you have been not feeling so great because of what's happened physically. I see that here. But even emotionally, right? You want to talk to somebody. Some of you have the urge to talk and I recommend that you do. Some of you don't even know that you have to talk to someone. Talking is very important. This is you releasing that energy and putting it into the universe. Don't worry. Other people can handle it. The universe can handle it. Don't worry about it. Just release that energy. Talk about what's inside. Talk about your problems, your issues. This could be with friends, family members, a therapist, anybody that you can trust. Okay? So don't keep it inside. It is recommended here to talk, because after it's lifted, that energy is gone from you. You'll also start to feel a little better. You transfer that energy. Now, we also have here within the next few weeks or months, and then we have perfect timing. So there's 2 cards here that talk about timing itself. So something definitely is going to happen that is going to be positive. That abundance may occur within the next few months. And the timing will be perfect. You're ready. So many things you have gone through over the past year, even the past decade. In fact, 7, 8 years, you've gone through a lot. 5, 6 for other people. I don't know why I'm seeing 6, 5, I'm seeing 5, 6, and then I'm seeing 7, 8. Okay. So I am assuming that these are years. It may resonate for some of you, maybe on a different level. But you have been through a lot, and that's why we have here. You are ready. You have been through so much, and you are emotionally, spiritually, and physically ready to tackle on whatever it is that's going to come your way. We also have here, look for a sign. This is interesting. Meditation will bring you answers. Those answers will come in the form of signs, synchronicities, people giving you messages, people talking to you, giving you that extra help that you need. Angels talk through and sometimes with other individuals unknowingly. People just say it subconsciously. They just have this urge to say something, and they say it. Where's that urge coming from? It's a hint. It's a hint from the angels. And this comes through that meditation that you're going to be doing, that prayer that you're going to be sending out into the universe. And here we have, look for a sign. Don't go out looking for it. It's going to come to you. And when it does come to you, you will understand specifically what it means, and you'll know it's just for you. Cancer, that is your reading. Before I move forward, I just wanted to mention this to some of you. Please have a look on my website, www.asnointia.com. I do have in the rates and packages section all of my current readings that I do have available. I have one on past life and spiritual connections. I also have one on love readings, which is just a simple love reading. I have an audio as well as a PDF with the cards and the meanings of the cards that I do provide to you in great detail. Now, I also have the chakra checkup. This is for those of you that need it, okay? The chakra checkup is something that I've created. I give you a personalized reading. I have the ability of having a look in your home, wherever it is that you're living, to see what negative energies there are, okay? So from a distance, a remote distance, I have the ability of doing that with the help of Angel Fakil. So we look at the negative energies in your home, around your aura, and inside of your body. This includes jinns, demons, evil spirits. I know, sounds weird, but I do it. I've been there, done that, and I've created this package so that once I tell you what it is, you have the ability of getting rid of such things, and you have the package for the rest of your life, and you know the process, okay? So for some of you, you might need that. If you feel even that someone has given you the evil eye, black magic, voodoo, witchcraft, hex, curse, evil eye, all that kind of stuff, right? This stuff gets rid of it, okay? That's why I created this. If you also feel maybe your home is haunted, or that you have some type of negative spiritual activity, right? Or supernatural activity in your home, feel free to reach out and have a look at that particular package. It's called the chakra, it's called the chakra checkup package. I also have one called the Holy Light package, which is not so intense in the sense that it gets rid of all that stuff too, but you don't get a personalized reading. That is a self-help guide. So have a look at that. If some of you are interested, you may need it. And that's your reading. Cancer, thank you so much for tuning in. Please let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. For those of you who are new, I do have another channel called Asnointia Audio. That is on YouTube. And I have videos there on relationship-related advice, as well as Spiritual connections. What and who are past life spiritual connections? This is twin flames, soulmates, karmic partners, all that kind of stuff. I also have one on negative energies. What and who are negative energies? How to recognize and remove negative energies. All right, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you supporting the channel. Please do like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys again. Take care. Stay safe. Bye now.